as we await the first submission in this viewer level session, we're going to warm up with something by Loop and Snoop. This is Powerful Puzzles. These puzzles make Mario put on his thinking cap, but it's a bit explosive. Let's take a peek and see how we do. Fairly generous clear rate above 20%, but as you can see, it looks to be the kind of puzzle level that's more about solving the interaction ahead of you, rather than explicitly killing you with anything, so that is more or less as expected. So let's take a look at this. We have... Okay, I see. The POW is automatically activated as soon as you land, given the landing on the mushroom platform. There you go. Okay, so that shows you a couple of interactions that we will probably need for the rest of the level. It shows you what goes on with the automatic hit from sliding onto the mushroom platform. It shows you how to get rid of the ant troopers by hitting something in proximity, and it shows you that ultimately you want to unlock the level by taking advantage of the bomb interaction with the flying question block. So this looks like a reset panel to the left. It looks like we'll have to hold this POW somehow. And the way to hold this POW would be to take damage or do a ground pound. But we would need to take damage in order to lose the hat, or just expend the hat 3 times. We can't just expend the hat 3 times because we do need it at the end of this sequence. So, it's not going to be that, but let's just kind of look around here and see what we can come up with. It looks very likely like we will need to expend this. Let's see how the reset door operates in terms of giving us a hat. Yeah, get around the hat. Drop this POW. Now we go back, we grab the POW, and then we drop back in to solve the rest. Hey, Smokestack and Alchemic Raker, and it's Avery. Welcome to the stream, and thank you, Alchemic Raker, for Companion Kuba. We'll hopefully get to that soon enough. Now, I've only got 1 hit remaining on this POW, and that does not seem as efficient. We should have only expended 1 hit when we came over here onto this platform, but I was not really paying attention. So we should have had 2 hits remaining in order to get through this. Let's redo this interaction. And it's Avery. Yes, I am willing to play Super Worlds. I am willing to look at them 1 world at a time, or until the first game over, or unless things are just taking us an extremely long time. But I usually do give a pretty chunky amount of time to people who submit their maker codes for worlds. There is, in fact, I'll show you the rule set for that in a second. Okay, let's do this again. Still kind of waking up to this session, so let's nudge our way very carefully. And oh, thank you. There we go. Yeah, appreciate the host. Alright, same idea. Goomba Hat will deactivate the swamp. Do we want to deactivate the swamp? Yes, we do eventually, because we want to be pushed down the right side. Now, this interaction is one that I'm familiar with one of my own levels, using the swamp to ultimately push you down underneath where the P-block markers are. So we do not want to kill the swamp. We probably just want to change hats. Or do we? Because I think if we change hats, we can use a reset door. No, actually, I don't think so, because we're scroll locked here. We don't actually know where this reset door takes us, but having accidentally expended the POW, we'll need to look at that anyway. Hotgam, thank you for the submission of Ludwig's Mad Dash. Now, why have we expended 1 already? Hang on, let me, oh, I see, okay. Why don't we walk over? Okay, that's a big X. Let's reset. Ah, so the Goombas are there for protection of that route, to restrict you from taking that passageway. And that is fine, because I think what happens is we'll hit POW, we'll see out the exclamation block. I think the idea is that we want to hit the exclamation block within POW radius without hitting the thwomp. The exclamation block will hit the thwomp all the way to the right side. When it does so, then what will happen is we can drop in the right side where the P blocks are, like that. So why don't we not kill the thwomp? We don't want the thwomp to die to the POW burst. Oh, except we do, because we want the POW to activate and bring us through here using bomb interaction we saw earlier. Okay, we've solved this room. Julian, we are doing alright. And Awesome Lamp, welcome back as well. We're currently warming up with Loop and Snoop's POW puzzle level. We've solved this room already, we just need to actually execute the solution properly. There we go, that'll bust us through. Loop isn't here. Loop tends to drop by, but I saw that they had a couple of new levels anyway, and so I had been looking to play this one for the last few days, and I thought I would just do it as my intro level today. And yeah, Propman, welcome back. Okay. So, we know that POW blast radius will activate the on-off, which activates the track block. We don't know what the track block actually does for us yet. And I think we'll need to just try it out and see. Ultimately, we want to get to the bottom right. Want to eventually activate this thing up here, so let's see what this does. Okay. I think there will be eventually some kind of interaction that comes in from the right side past the scrolling boundary that we have not yet seen. Let's see where that goes. That's just a push. I see. Yeah, I think we need to break the scrolling boundary first in order to see what's going on. Oh, I see. Okay, you need to find a spot that allows you to make contact with the POW. One way we could do that is just by using the POW block that was throwable earlier on. Really? Only game audio? Oh, the audio is lagging. Okay, 1 second. Let's see if we can fix that. I wasn't detecting on my side, but sometimes we do have some glitchiness with OBS, so just give me a moment. Yeah, because I was seeing the game audio is active on my indicators here. But if it's being glitchy, then we'll need to fix things up. Yeah, I find that restarting the Switch sometimes works as well. Is the sound better now? Can you hear it now? Or is it still having some problems? So far so good, okay. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to sneak the POW over to the other side. And the track block is over here. POW block allows us to hit the on-off switch and also hit this thing up top that pushes everything down. We're going to run out of time on this event, on this attempt rather, but we just hit a checkpoint. Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of interaction I'll eventually be looking for from the right side. I think I actually want to drop the POW here. I need some kind of surface that allows me to make contact with the POW hat, right? So, supposing I come over here, Don't know if it'll give me sufficient radius. No. But I generally want something that is like that. The other thing I could do is perhaps use the POW hat to escort the POW. See how that might work, because no, if you make contact, it just hits, right? So. Okay, Alex, welcome. I see you have redeemed number 60. We'll actually take care of that because that'll give me a moment to think about this puzzle. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, and thank you for the submissions. We will just handle the reward redemption very quickly. We'll remember to actually turn off the overlay afterwards this time. Okay, so here's number 60. Like as the waves make towards the pebbled shore, so do our minutes hasten to their end, each changing place with that which goes before. In sequent toil, all forwards do contend. Nativity, once in the main of light, crawls to maturity, wherewith being crowned, crooked eclipses against his glory fight, and time that gave doth now his gift confound. Time doth transfix the flourish set on youth, and delves the parallels in beauty's brow, feeds on the rarities of nature's truth, and nothing stands but for a scythe to mow. And yet, to times in hope my verse shall stand, praising thy worth, despite his cruel hand. Okay, thank you. That was William Shakespeare, sonnet number 60. And it has gotten us no further to solving this puzzle. Now, it looks like we want to actually manipulate the track block position somehow by taking it to a certain position and freezing it, right? Let's see what we can do about that. Because if I raise the block, possibly I can also use the POW interaction over here to... we know that like when you throw a POW against a trampoline that it bounces back safely without detonating. I don't know if that's something that we'll be able to use to our advantage at all. We'll eventually want something that we can push with the exclamation block. This may take a little bit of thinking. Yeah, let's try to activate this twice first of all, just to freeze block. I don't think that does anything useful for us yet, but... Okay. We're just kind of playing around at this point to see what interactions are possible. Okay. Because the goal here should be to detonate this thing here by having some kind of hard surface to bump against. To beat this puzzle or not to beat it, that is the question. Yes, indeed, it is. Okay. If we come in here with this track block, I don't think there is any way to reposition the track block, like it's always going to be on this column, so we need to figure out how to use it. And maybe use it in a way that allows us to... Let's see, because ultimately our goal is to have some kind of surface that allows us to do a POW hit on the right side, right? And that could be through escorting the throwable block over to this side. Which is something that is suggested by how the exclamation block is placed. But it would first of all require us to get the POW up to this position to begin with. Hey, we almost had something there. Do you see that bump on my head? Wait. It landed safely on my head. Hang on. We don't need this yet. That doesn't use the track block, though. So maybe that's not the actual solution. And when you hit it with your head, then this interaction stops anyway, so that's not useful. Non-puzzle levels are absolutely okay. We don't need a hint yet, I think. But thank you for offering. Roll against the wall with pow hand. I don't think so. I don't think long jump would do anything either. But yeah, I don't think this will be it because we can't actually escort it upstairs safely. And it does not make use of this interaction here. This looks like it's supposed to deliver something to us, which could be useful because the idea here is to take advantage of the fact that you can't carry the object while holding the pow hand, right? So if we found some way to move this POW while carrying the POW hat, for instance, having the POW land on top of our head somehow, like we can use the track block somehow to land this POW on our head, like moving it down. Oh, okay, you know what? I know what I'll try. No. Okay, let's do this again. We want the track block to gently set the POW on our head. Hang on. By moving down. If it gently lowers onto our head, then we don't detonate it on the way up. Except I don't think we have enough height to really do that. But, yeah, that's not quite the positioning we need to make that happen. Can't you just roll against a wall with the POW in your head to activate it? That's a good question. I'm going to take a look at that. And yeah, it is ! leave to remove a submission, but if you change your mind about your submission, you're also welcome to just verbally tell me to swap it. There is no problem with that. Can you roll? No, you can't roll. Just so you know. Okay. And yeah, this is a very interesting room. Okay, so we're able to get over here. We have no contact surface. However... yeah, and it seems like the purpose of these trampolines is to prevent you from having a contact surface. Like, I don't see what else they're doing in this interaction just yet. Schlago, welcome, and thank you for the follow. And, okay, the code has been read. Okay, I didn't know if it would actually read your code when you include the title like that, but it does. That's not going to be it. We need some kind of POW detonation eventually to use this to push the POW block, so the goal right now is to get the POW block in this position. Don't quite have that yet. I was thinking of using this as a way to lower... oh, no, I know. This goes all the way up here. You set the POW block. We got it, we got it. Okay. You set the POW block on the right side, not the left side. Right side, you stand here, it drops onto your head. There we go. Okay. We need to not detonate that POW. Oh, that's not it. Okay. Yes it is, because we squeeze in over here. No? Really? Huh. It looks so much like that would be it. That you would need some kind of I'm cold, okay. Alright, so that's not it. Let's see. Okay, so that's not going to be it. We know then that the POW is not something that you can escort on your head while wearing the POW hat. You think you see it? Okay. Interesting. We know that it's not going to be using this as a throw. We need something to stand on. Let's see, we usually do well with this sort of thing, but there might be some kind of interaction that I'm just overlooking entirely. In terms of, like, we don't really know how to use the track block yet, I find. That's the main thing that's been blocking us so far. Yeah, I know, it's the feeling I get as well when I know the solution and see somebody stumped is, like, you always want to just give them a hint. Okay. What is the track block doing? That's the question that we haven't answered yet. What is the track block doing, and how does it help us convey how? Now, is the track block actually movable in any meaningful way? I don't really think it is. Now, is there a... There's no triple jump in 3D World, right? Which would allow us to kind of set the platform evenly, and we don't have enough jump height to really make use of that anyway, so it's... I have played Baba Is You. I played it without any hints and managed to get, I think, up to about 180 exits or so. The only reason I stopped was because they were patching in pretty much all of the puzzles that I was stopped at anyway. And so I thought I'd wait for the patch, and I just never got back to it. But I did play the vast majority of that game. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. What have we not tried? We've already tried using the POW as a platform, and that's not going to be it, because that's still not close enough as a contact surface. We've been unable to get the POW through here, obviously, like it's pretty cheese-proof. We need to get this all the way up. It's unclear to me how we do that. Yeah, no, I've been thinking that already. That we tried the POW on the left side of the cube, we tried the POW on the right side of the cube. It isn't something that is going to fall evenly on our heads as the surface. But it may be that there's something we haven't tried when you put it in the center of the cube. Yeah, no, we've tried that already. Like, or rather, not like that, like we didn't destroy it. But we've tried setting the POW down gently when it comes down in this spot. Now, it could be that positionally I was just off-center. Like that, we needed to put it a little ways to the right, like this. Whoops. But the drop on our head didn't seem to do it. Okay. Yeah, track block just squishes us with a hard collision if we're below it. It seems like we need to chain the POW, actually. Like, if we come down on the other side... Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we weren't thinking in terms of chaining. Okay, that took much longer than it should have. But we are through. Okay, so these are side thwomps. That one gives you a platform. the platform will not really be useful so long as the exclamation block is active, but if you use the exclamation block, it should presumably destroy all of the Goomba blocks that are in the way. Now, what are we actually looking for? We are looking for a way to destroy all of the Goomba hats so we have a contact surface. The way to do that is to somehow get these pushed down, I think. Or to somehow consume all of the Goomba hats and take damage, and then pick up the POW. Because up until then we won't actually be able to do so. We are going to run out of time on this attempt anyway, so let's just redo the previous solution and come back to this one. Yeah, no, I do feel like I was kind of missing the obvious, and I'm glad nobody gave me more hints than what was already there. Okay, let's do this again. Don't need to be stuck on this one anymore, at least. Nope. Poor timing. We actually should be freezing the POW block, so we don't need to worry about timing issues. No, it looks very clear to me now, actually, that we have, in fact, sorted out... what did I say about timing issues? Let's... Oh, no, we need to save the third hit anyway. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think I was too trapped in the mindset of using the exclamation blocks as a push interaction. And therefore not really thinking about how to do the rest of that. I think we pretty clearly need to not touch the Goomba hats. What does the reset door do? Okay, the reset door gives us POW. In the event that we hit the Goomba hats, which I think we should not do. That is not a side thwomp. This guy might be a left side thwomp, actually. Yep, he's a left side thwomp. That might be useful at some point. Also, we know that if there's a POW toss into this pipe, that'll just spit back out when it makes contact with thwomp, I think. Let's try to use this guy as a platform, first of all. And then... just to see what is on this side. Okay. Is this a side one? No, I see. Because now you can get under the pipe. And you can launch this guy to the right. No, you can't, because he is not. Oh, he's a down thwomp. Okay. So that's not directly the thing that's helpful. Yeah, because ultimately we want to clear this mess. But how to do it? That's the question. Not by crushing ourselves. I don't know why I tried that. That was clearly not the thing to do. We sometimes just play around and mess with interactions like that. Okay. Let's get through here. Okay, so now we know what the exclamation block does. We know that it's going to push the thwomp all the way to the left. Is that something that is useful? Well, eventually we want to just take off a hat entirely, right? Middle thwomp here. Oh, the idea too is that if we stop it as the Goomba hat, then what happens? No, nothing happens because this is still pushed to the left. And I think the Goomba hats are definitely kind of a no-touch zone. Like I mean, I may be assuming that much too quickly, and that we do need to use them for some purpose, but if we manage to nudge the thwomp over, And then what happens? If we clear out some of the thwomps, that might be something that we can do as well. So, for example, if we knock out the top thwomp, that won't actually do anything, because the exclamation block doesn't actually clear the Goomba hats. It just, let's try to take a look at that interaction again, just to see. Yeah, this won't be the actual path. Oh, no, I see, because it goes over like that. It goes over. And yeah, that won't really be a way to do it. Seems like we would want to... whoops. Alright, let's reset. Have I ruled out a bottom thwomp giving me enough radius, radius for this POW? We can try it, but I think that would trivialize this, and I really doubt that would be the case. Yeah, no way. I mean, we're trying, like, we should never rule out things too quickly. Because sometimes that's what traps us when it comes to solutions. Yeah, if you move the thwomp to the left, then this thwomp gives you enough radius to take out the middle thwomp, oddly enough. You know what? Why don't we just... Oh, no, okay, I know. I see what's going on, I see. Because I'm thinking, like, why don't we just spend a POW hat? And the way to spend a POW hat would be by having the big thwomp on the left side, and then we spend it 3 spaces. Okay, we spend it in 3 different places, and then that gives us the ability to pick up the POW. Yep, we got it. I have it, actually. Because we want 1 hit per thwomp, and we want each hit on the thwomps to be well out of the way of the POW so we don't detonate it. Okay, so we hit this. We go over, we hit that thwomp from below. We spend the POW once per thwomp. Yeah. Let's move this guy. There we go. And we have it. Yeah, these have been quite nice so far. That was a pretty satisfying solution. So it looks like this will be something based on power radius for sure. Once again, it looks like we do not have access to a POW block, but that the on-off state is going to affect the positioning of this POW down here in terms of where it's going to reach. Hitting the on-off blocks will lower the top left POW. Whoops, that was a mistake. Onto the, let's look at this room again, onto the right side of that belt. It's going to move this POW onto the left side of this belt. Also notice that we have access to 2 POW hats, and a reset point that will also force a bump on this side. It will bump that POW, which we don't want to do yet. Looks like a very similar sequence where we want to be down here. Yeah, we want to be down here. We want to activate this POW in such a way that we'll chain over to the exclamation block, and then we hit the exclamation block. So let's get this going. Now, here's the problem, is that hitting the POW over here... yeah, you don't want to chain it over right away. Okay, let's reset this. We needed to spend an extra hit. This is going to be hit number 1. This is going to be hit number 2. We want to spend an extra hit down below that is safely out of the way of the bottom POW. Because we want to lose a hat in order to go back over safely. Lose the hat, go over. Yeah, you see? So now we don't activate anything. Now this should, at this point, chain properly. Yeah, well, Aeolian, like a lot of these directions are new to everybody, simply because, you know, we've only been a month into people designing any puzzles at all around this. This has been the most focused POW puzzle level I've seen yet. But a lot of this stuff is relatively new. Oh, we need to get rid of the swamp first. I see. Okay. Let's think about this. Yeah, the swamp needs to die. Otherwise, we are not within range. Yeah, the swamp needs to just outright die, I think. So... No. We need better positioning for this. We want to do it on the left side. Maybe hit over here. There we go. Which will also... Whoops. Which will also save us the trouble of trying to waste the last hit. Like, the hits will be pretty precisely budgeted. This is going to force one hit. Hit this. Go back. Go back. And then, yeah, now it should chain properly. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. GG! Let's not try to play around with a flag and run the clock down. Okay, that was a longer warm-up than usual, because we saw a high clear rate and thought, puzzles, we'll just get that down in no time whatsoever. As you can see from the clock, that was definitely not the case, so thank you to those of you waiting patiently in queue. Let's get rolling. Just short of the world record, yeah. Very short. Okay, Alchemic. Alchemic Raker or Alchemic Wrecker. Looks like you are still here. You may wish to confirm, but I'll punch in your code anyhow, in case you were lurking. Okay, Companion Koopa. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to catch up on chat to see if there was any talk outside the puzzles that we didn't necessarily see. Yeah, a lot of submissions. Some people that I probably missed being able to read. The audio fix earlier. Audio is still fine, right? Like everything's still coherent. And yeah, let's take a look. 10%. Bring the Companion Koopa with you to solve all the puzzles. Let's be totally fooled by the high clear rate and get stumped once again. Yeah, it's very difficult for me to tell visually when we get distortion on our audio. I can tell when we're not getting audio, but I'm hearing game sounds directly from the game, not through OBS due to the latency, so... Okay, here's the Companion Koopa. Let's... Okay. Take it past that very companionable heart. Looks like we have 3 different challenges. We should set this thing down. It's going to revive in any second. No, let's just... the on-off, actually. Grab a coin. Looks like there are 3 coins, and so we'll just keep the shell, because it looks like there is no shell at respawn. The idea is very much to do all 3. Okay. Looks like we just need to time our hits here. Oh, I do like the shell return when you don't read this properly, and yeah, we want to drop it through the middle, actually. Whoops, let's let it revive. Sorry, friend. We do need to... Oh yeah, no. We need to keep it trapped inside. Yeah, there we go. I do like that unless you get hit by the Koopa yourself, that you can't actually fail this as such. There we go. Grab this and continue. Okay, it looks like we'll just need to drop and deflect all three. Oh, that was it? Okay. That was strangely straightforward. Except I feel like we'll probably need the Koopa in order to get through whatever is past the key door, right? Like, maybe we just need to return to the first room to reload it, but I feel like I should have done that in a way that would preserve the Koopa for this room. Yeah, because now we are trapped. Okay. At least the concept is quite clear. I do know what I'm supposed to do, I think. Oh no, we're not trapped. We just go on and... That looks like it's all bonuses. Oh, no, that's right. Clear condition. Okay, clear condition. We needed all the coins, and to have all of the coins, we needed a Koopa, so let's just do this again. Yeah, I know I lost a Koopa shell. I misread the last room. Because it was... If I were paying attention to the clear condition, I would have known that that was not going to be the end of our need of the Koopa shell. So why don't we do the right side room first this time, just to clear things out in order. Yeah, we gotta drop them one layer at a time and return them. Yeah, we just totally blew this room. That's all it was. But I think it's all quite clear to me now. Okay, let's do these two again. Fairly straightforward. Whoops. I was not reading that timing properly at all. Just expecting it to bounce back and forth, and that was obviously not the case. We needed to hit that block anyway, I think. Have to remember to clear condition and grab every coin that is available. That's the other thing that we misread about that other room earlier. Okay, let's retrieve after the next cycle. Yeah, just have to remember every coin. Pretty straightforward at this stage, though. Oh, just... It's okay. Alright, let's drop that. And so far so good. 4 coins remaining. That's 3 here and 1 in the final room. Now I don't think the fire bars actually do anything threatening to us, so let's just grab these on the side. Jump over here safely. Not take the saw blade too seriously. Yeah, we'll just deflect. Back and forth a few times. Koopa will grab that. And there we go. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, that was nice, actually. For something that was a puzzle sequence based around a clear condition, pretty much as long as it needed to be to make the concept last, and, you know, make it very clear that you just have to do the whole level with one shell. Thought it was just the right length for that. And just the right complexity. Okay, it's Avery 4000, if you are still here. I think they actually gave us a world submission earlier and didn't necessarily stay. It's Avery, please check in case Twitch is wrong, otherwise I will bump you back one spot. Okay, Hyperion, let's do yours first. This is... I think I know which level this is. This is the one that had one of the best level descriptions we have read. The box. Go ahead and check out the more info. Okay. So, first of all, this is a multi-phase Larry encounter dedicated to me. Sure, let's take a look at the more info. Hey, okay. Our name is on it. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I mean, I tend to keep video anyway, but... we have... well, some battles involving Larry and some hammers, as you can see. And a pretty decent clear rate, but also clear times that are kind of on the medium side, so... we will see how we do. And yeah, thank you for pointing out the more info. I don't think I would have necessarily thought to look for that myself. Okay, so Larry is going to basically fire at us while we navigate his little maze. Oh, we're going to run right into that because that's not smart. It's one POW, and we want to go through and grab the mushroom. Actually, oh, he was not on the ground, that's why, okay. No, he was on the ground. He was on top of something that we were not properly reading because we did not pay attention. Yeah, on top of the muncher blocking the door, yeah. So we do need to grab the POW and take out the muncher. And we need to take out this row of munchers here anyway, in order to have access. Whoops. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. That's also going to be a problem, as that comes right into the slot that we need. Thankfully, taking 1 point of damage is not going to be too bad here, because we know the mushroom refresh is directly on the other side. Vaguely reminiscent of the NSMBUE powers? Yeah, I think that's probably true. I should have paid attention to the level instead of looking over, thinking that this would be playable on autopilot. It's been a long time since I last played NSMBUE. I don't think I've done the whole thing since it came out a decade ago. But yeah, because it came out late 2009, I believe. Nope. That was entirely too ambitious. Okay, muncher down. Whoops. Getting back over is fairly simple, at least. Okay, let's not hit the burner with our head. That would be really quite terrible. Alright, let's get in here and fight. But pay attention to our headroom here and not get toasted. Really long shell pattern from this guy all the time. Hey, Big P, sup to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Try the add command all lowercase if it's not coming through. Oh, no, it is coming through. Okay, good. Castle on West 2nd. Alright, back to this. Let's try to keep the first mushroom this time, and so we have the second one available as a bit of a margin of error. Okay, now we fight him. Now we don't. Okay. What a long shell pattern. Whoops. Okay. One more shell phase. And we just need to not get stomped under his feet like we did previously. And we are through. Challenge a chase in a finale, yeah. Like, if this is something you're doing for a world setup. So I think you were anyway with the boss rush that you had shown me very early on. Well, that was a bad idea. We saw that coming and we still did it. Oh no, he has the high ground. Okay. Oh, whoops. Don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Still busy reading Room. Oops, it already. That's a very bad start, but we know that fire flowers will come soon enough. Okay, take advantage of our damaged state. Nope, bad idea. Rethought that right in the middle of the jump, and that was not a smart way to handle things. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, bad idea, but difficult to find a good timing, I think, with those burners there. Oops. Okay, mushroom refresh. Longest shell phase in the world. That's okay, plenty of room to maneuver on this fight, at least. Well, plenty of room so long as he doesn't tuck underneath the burner like that. We need to let him get out. Whoops. Maybe towards us would be nice. There we go. Okay, that's one way to do it. Go! Okay, so it looks like it's going to be an escape sequence? Or one final... Oh, okay, pick your poison. Let's pick a squirrel. We haven't used it yet, and... Well, I do like the pick your power up approach, even though we gotta nullify that instantly. Okay, no, we definitely could not have done that. I saw that as soon as I tried it. Alright, with fire. But we can at least take out some of the hammers at range. Well, one of the hammers at range, and not for very long. Okay, burner tracks on the bottom. We gotta watch out for that. I wasn't watching the floor previously. Bring him down. Yeah, let's stay on the platforms. We can avoid the ground pattern. Okay, that was ill-judged. Yeah, I'm more concerned about the ground pattern on the burners more than anything. Just NSMB plays tricks on you when it comes to visibility. Oh, whoops. Hey, Thomas B, welcome back. Looking forward to simple platforming fun. Okay, we'll try this with fire again. Oh, and of course we lost our advantage right away. Oh. Yeah, having a little bit of trouble approaching him when he is tucked in the middle like that. Would be a different story, of course, if we had kept the flower. Trying to nudge him out. Hooks him out slowly.
Oh no!
One of your popular levels. Okay, well. Looking forward to it. Let's try it with the squirrel this time. The squirrel will also not help us if he heads down in the middle like that, and will also not help us if we get hit right away. Yeah, I think fire is going to be better just for taking out the hammers as soon as we can. But yeah, it's when he gets tucked in the middle like that that we going to be in big trouble. There we go. That was very close. There he goes in the middle again. Larry knows how to take cover, that's for sure. Just let him nudge his way out. Whoops.
Oh no!
Yeah, Big P, I don't think that's actually the online list. I don't have the list online set up, I think, but if you look at the actual link that is presented to you when you put in the list command, like, I think it gives you a more accurate list of who is online, so. Because it is definitely not that long last time I checked. Whoops. Could have taken advantage of this squirrel there. One hit. Whoa. Losing our advantage very quickly. Okay, we at least got him on the ground, and hopefully with a shell pattern that doesn't trap him in the middle. He's going to be trapped in the middle. Okay. Whoops.
Oh no!
This was apparently not a run.